are frustrated that it's not working, and even more people who are frustrated that no one's talking about the fact that it's not working.
I'm just testing the sound. Okay, great. No, I agree. I think you're saying the right things. It's for the people who are frustrated that Christian YouTube doesn't seem to work. So the Christian YouTube support space is not working. It's not working.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think there's some things about Christian YouTube in general that aren't working. But if we're really going to focus in on support space, there's a couple reasons that come to mind. But the first is that we tend to promote rather than support, which means like we go into the Christian Facebook groups, the YouTuber groups, and we post about our videos. We want people to come watch our videos. And that's great, right? Like that's a good starting point. When we're starting on YouTube, we need to get support. But the bottom line is we're there to support each other. It's a community that we're surrounding each other with. It's not how we grow our channel.
I think that's probably the biggest misconception, right? Because you're saying it's a great starting point to drop your video and get people to watch it.
Yeah.
But why can't we grow by just having other Christian YouTubers in our audience?
Right. We can't grow by having just other Christian YouTubers in our audience because that's not how YouTube works. I mean, my question would be, Tiffany, are you making content specifically for other YouTubers? If not, then that's not your audience. That's not the people you want watching your video. And honestly, I think it confuses the YouTube algorithm a little bit because you're making video for either non-Christians or just the everyday Christian that, is wanting to answer a question or just find something they can relate to and connect with. But those people are probably not Christian YouTubers who, honestly, some of them might genuinely connect with you, but a lot of them are just watching your channel and supporting you so that you'll support them too.
Okay, so this is actually really interesting that you're saying it this way because I guess I never thought, when I initially started YouTube, I never thought about the fact that there are channels specifically for YouTubers, right? Like the idea is we are helping other YouTubers grow and give advice and that sort of thing. Hey, TrueFam Media, that's what we do, right? We give YouTube advice and YouTube strategies. So I don't want to spit on those channels. But then on the other hand, the rest of us normal people, my personal channel, your personal channel, it is not for video creators specifically. It's for people who are looking for truth or are looking for entertainment or are looking for something interesting to watch. And so I think you're absolutely right. The question has to be, are you trying to reach Christian video creators with your content? That's your audience? So it'd be odd if my target audience has nothing to do with video or cinematography or YouTube advice to start making content for them on my personal channel because that's not who I'm targeting. So you're basically saying, Chris, that you're not reaching those people that you're trying to reach. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we kind of get comfortable, because we see a little bit of growth on our channel. We get kind of excited because some people are watching, but honestly, we get too comfortable because we're seeing a little bit of growth here that we're not actually taking advantage of growing on YouTube. Real growth on YouTube doesn't happen from pulling people from outside sources. It happens when YouTube starts recommending your videos, when people start finding your videos on search. And if we're just content with the little bit of growth we have that is coming completely from other Christian YouTubers, we're going to really struggle to grow as a creator to the point where we're actually reaching the people we want to reach on YouTube.
And you know what? It's actually fitting directly into the Christian stereotype, which is that we just stay in our bubble and we don't get outside of it.
Wow.
And this makes a lot of sense because it's clear that a lot of us are cutting ourselves off from real marketplace opportunities because we feel that we have to make Christian content for Christians, by the Christian, towards the Christian. We're not shooting arrows any other place. And so all of our eggs are in the Christian YouTube, Christian support, Christian Facebook space, and they don't really hit the target audience that we're actually looking for. And I think that really speaks to, something that is at the core of who we are as believers is that we have a mentality sometimes to bury our heads in the sand and not come up and express and be connected to the culture that we're in, right? The Bible says to be in the world, not of it. And we take that quite literally sometimes where we just completely disappear from the regular space. So I want to know in the comments, do you guys disagree with us about this? If so, you can let us know. Tell us, what are your thoughts? Do you think that the Christian YouTube support space is broken or not? And tell us why you think so down in the comments below.
So, Tiffany, I want to talk about the second area where we struggle, I think, with the Christian YouTube support space. First of all,
Sure.
we promote rather than support. That's a real problem. But the second area, and we've hinted at it already, is we think we're growing, but it's fake growth. And there's a real problem. Like we get excited. We see views coming in. We see some subscribers coming in, and we're like, yes, my channel is growing. And again, though, if it's not coming from the people you're trying to reach, the person that you're talking to, the person who you want to really be able to relate to your content and grow spiritually or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, if that's not who the views are coming from, you're not growing your YouTube channel. If YouTube is not recommending your videos, if people aren't finding it in search, you're not growing your YouTube channel.
Right. So it's more about growing organically and less about that ego boost that we all got when we first started YouTube, where it was like, oh, snap, people are watching my video, like I'm ready.
Right.
But then you realize that watch time, it trickles off real fast as soon as the other Christian YouTubers are no longer supporting you. So then what do you do? Now, I don't know about you, Chris. I have to admit this. I actually, when I first started making videos and I was in some of the Christian YouTuber groups and support groups and things like that, I started making my content and then thinking about what is the Christian Facebook group, YouTube support, what are they going to say about this video? Versus making content for the actual target audience that I wanted to make it for. Now that includes Christians, that includes believers, but it also includes non-believers. So it got to a point where I was stifling certain pieces of content because I wasn't sure how it would be received by Christian culture. And that's a problem too. So I don't want to get away from the fake growth, but even that right there, that's fake growth. It's like you're stifling your own.
Attacking me with that. I feel that. It's fine.
You're stifling your own ideas because you're worried about who in your space is going to receive it. So I want to talk about a very controversial topic you and I have had for a while.
Okay, I'm ready.
Watch time threads are not real growth. Ooh, I said it. I said it out loud.
But,
Chris,
Tiffany,
I said it out loud. I can feel the eyes. I can feel them.
Can I just argue with you for a second? Because when I've been in watch time threads, my watch time goes up. So I see the growth, Tiffany. I see it. What are you talking about?
You're right. It does go up for maybe a day. But the problem with watch time threads that I learned very early on, and I think I participated in maybe one or two. Okay. So I'm taking my experience here and I'm talking about the experiences of other people. It goes up and you're like, oh, snap, people are watching it. And then it tanks. I mean, it completely drops off. It's like people are not watching second, third, fourth day. And now my video has completely stalled in the algorithm. And I'm like, what happened? I had so much support the first 24, 48 hours.
Right.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. I've been there where I got tons of watch time by participating in something similar. And it felt so good. I felt like a big time YouTuber. I was like, this is big YouTuber energy. But the truth of the matter is exactly what you said. The moment the watch time thread is over, my channel hasn't grown. It didn't help my channel. And now my ego is deflated, which tells me that the biggest benefit of the watch time thread is that it feels good. It's an ego boost.
And it's not actual support. And I want to break this down. Let's just define terms for anybody that's watching. A watch time thread is when you get in a thread of people, literally like a comment thread, where someone will start the thread with their video, then you'll layer your video underneath and so on and so forth. And the idea is that you're watching everyone's videos to kind of boost their watch time so that YouTube sees it and goes, whoa, like this video is doing well. And you're supporting, I put supporting in quotes, other videos. The only problem is that there is an obligation and a duty. And what I often had happen, I'm going to say it, I got stuck watching terrible videos.
Oh,
I did. I spent hours watching videos where people were just, and then they're begging you to subscribe or to comment or to like something that frankly did not warrant that. So
can I ask you, Tiffany, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's fine.
Did you fight the temptation to mute their videos and let it play while you did other things?
Did I also do that? Are you
I'm
asking
just wondering.
if I also did
I'm just wondering. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I think that's what a lot of people probably do because the videos that we're required to watch to participate aren't always exciting. And so it's just like, oh, let me just support them by not watching their video at all.
Yeah, see, let's talk about a little bit though. you're not going to grow in true watch time, right? Because watch time is an indicator on YouTube that people enjoy your content and that they want more of it.
Yeah.
If you have people who have signed up for a watch time thread and they're watching your videos out of obligation, out of a desire to get their watch time up, the reciprocity, I don't have a problem with. What I have a problem with is that those people aren't necessarily going to come back. They're not in your target audience, and you can't truly serve from them. And that data is now fraudulent because it's not, you know what I'm saying? You can't even use that data to say this is a great video because it was boosted by artificial means. Guys, the reason we're talking about this so specifically though, and I want to be very mindful of who's watching. The reason we're talking about it is because we at TrueFam Media, we want you to grow organically. And what do we mean by grow organically? When we think of organic produce or food, right? There's no additives, there's no artificial means to the food. That's the idea anyway. So we want to find that you're not inflating your followers artificially, that you're not faking the funk, that you are actually learning what works. Because guess what? That's what makes a sustainable YouTuber. That's what's big YouTuber energy, Chris.
Yeah. And can I just say, in contrast to the experience we get from those watch time threads where it's like our channel, watch time thread, our channel, watch time. You know, I've recently had some experiences with a channel that has been growing. And what's interesting is the first video that kind of went up and then it like dipped a little bit. But you know what didn't happen? It didn't dip down to where it was before the spike. And then I had another video start to pop off. And guess what? It actually went up even higher. And it didn't fall back down to where it was even below that first spike. And then it popped up again just this past weekend, like twice as high. And it still hasn't popped down to that second spike. And that is the difference between fake growth and genuine growth, because my channel is growing because watch time is not popping up and then diminishing. It's steadily increasing over time.
Yeah, I think the bottom line, Chris, that we're really wanting to drive home is that YouTube groups, YouTube support should be about connecting with other creators like you and I get to do so well, and not about getting subscribers. And this is very counter to everything that we've been taught and everything that we think, because there are so many Facebook groups and YouTube support groups and Discords that are all about join this group and you're going to grow your channel. Join this group and you're going to get subscribers. And that's the hope. That's the prayer. But you want people to genuinely support you, not just support you out of obligation.
And Tiffany, that is my favorite part that we do as TrueFam Media, is getting to connect with other creators, genuinely support them, have these real conversations. And that's what I love about our private community that is available. You can join by visiting buymeacoffee /TrueFam Media. We would love to have you, but like, that's what this is about. That's what the support groups should be about, supporting each other, not growing our channels.
So if this conversation was thought-provoking to you guys, we would love it if you would hit the like button and subscribe to TrueFam Media for even more content. We really want to dig into the heart of what it means to be a content creator of value and of a high quality. And we would love to have you guys along for the ride. So we will see you in the next conversation.
Bye.
Bye now.